Hi there, Gemini. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this reading finds you well. Welcome to your End of June 2019 reading. Back with me again, Anisa from your stereo. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello. And for those of you who have been a long time, welcome back. Before I even start the reading, I want to say happy belated birthday to all Geminis out there who have celebrated your birthday way before I upload this video. I know it's really late. I'm really sorry. I really wish you all the best in life, love, luck, and career. And I truly hope that starting from this year onwards, all doors of opportunities, abundance, love, money, success, and everything is going to come into your way, okay? So that you can enjoy life with good love, good money, good success, good people, and of course, good happiness, all right? So let's talk about your overall energy first, and then we get to your past, present, and future. Lima kartu masa lalu. By the way, don't freak out if you hear me muttering not an English word. It's just me, asking questions in Indonesia. That's my first language. And this reading might get cut off because there's going to be a call of prayer, which is going to be quite loud, and I'm going to have to cut for just a little bit. It's going to happen like in about 5 minutes or 8. I know it's happening, but I don't know why. My Sagittarian side just want to do things now. Okay, so your overall energy for the now, you have the Five of Wands, you have the Chariot card, and you also have the Five of Cups. All right, so turns out that call of prayer came on earlier than I expected, but during that time, I actually pulled 5 more cards, which are the present cards, but I haven't done the future, so we'll do it together, okay? So, you know what's interesting about this reading, that I just noticed is that all the number 5s came out in your overall energy, in your past, and also in your present. And number 5, especially in tarot, it symbolizes a disruptive energy after 4, because 4 is square, right? 4 is something stable. 4 is something stable. 4 is just like Taurus, they want something stable. And then comes Gemini, who has a mercurial ability, who questions, why is this like this? Why is the rule like this? Why is this? That's thinking. So that you could actually move forward into becoming 6. So it's very, very Gemini rating, and I love it. Yeah, especially in your overall energy. 6 of Wands talks about the feeling, if I did it, I survived this. The 6 of Wands. I have achieved something, so it's good. It's like a cycle that soon going to upgrade into becoming the 6. But, your overall energy is also very interesting because here I can see the battle of the twins. Because one moment, you're feeling like the 5 of Wands and also the 5 of Cups in a way that you wanted to lay down your weapon, you wanted to give in because you kind of like freak out. Oh my God, did I hurt them? Did I do something wrong? Did I lose them? Those type of freaking out quality. But at the same time, then the other twin came on and he says, nah, you know what? Let's act like the Chariot. Let's move on with our life because you have the 7 of Pentacles in here. Let's move on with our life. Let's just be optimistic. Without them, I'm gonna be okay. I want to be masculine this time. I want to be hurt this time, so it's fine for me to be doing this. And so you just want to move forward. So your overall energy is like the battle of the twins going on. It's like having this inner battle. One day is like this, one day is like this. The push and pull within you. You know what I mean? So pass. Whew. I want to clarify what this moon card here. I should have clarified this when the last call of prayer was, I just think about it. Moon card, apa ini maksudnya? Okay, so you're dealing with somebody who is not so used to get in touch with their feminine side. They're usually very, very masculine. Yeah, and sometimes moon is a scary place to live in, unless you have like Cancer placement like I do, or Pisces placement, or placement in the 8th house where we feel things very, very deeply, Sometimes moon is a very, very scary place because it introduces us to our shadow self, into the trauma that probably we let there and we never healed from it. So it's a very, very scary place, and they felt that intense connection with you. But the moon card also then, because they suddenly get in touch with their feminine side, and it freaks them out a bit, and they're kind of like questioning, where do I stand in your life? Gemini, they didn't get, this is from their side, this is what they think, they didn't get the emotional validations that they've been seeking for. They didn't get the security that they've been looking for. So it's like that. And they have to deal with their own shadow side. They have to deal with their moon, you know, their inner battle as well, just like you do in the now. So they have to deal with this. The moon card, especially for people who are not used to it, or when people, you know, like when you're suddenly attracted to somebody and then you're, oh my God, I'm so in love with you. And it introduces you to the layer of yourself that you don't really like, because then you have jealousy, then you have insecurity, you know what I mean? So it's a scary place to be in, you know what I mean? I know, I understand, it's very deep, it's very intense, but sometimes it's very, very scary, especially when somebody is so used to becoming the masculine because of survival, because they need to survive, because they feel like it's the rightest thing. I wouldn't get hurt by being, you know, a King of Wands person. And then with you, they're really, that it was really intense up to the point that it reintroduces them to their feminine side and they freak out about it. So then they have the Seven of Wands, which is the card of taking shelters from you. The thing about this card, yeah, the one that I noticed also, the moon card is as sensitive as the Princess of Chalices in the particular deck of mine. So they take things kind of like quite personally. Somebody who is attentive to details. And they get, you know, because Geminis, I have like a lot of family members who are Geminis, yeah? You have the tendencies to say things as a joke, but then they're like, did they take it personally because of that moon feeling? Because they're not used to that. If it was coming from somebody else, that'd be totally fine. But because it was coming from you, they took it kind of like quite personally. So they were taking shelters out of you. They could be avoiding you at all costs, but it's like Seven of Wands, yeah? I feel like you felt that way too. And I feel like with this person, your energy is very inward, so you try to look for meanings, you try to interpret things with yourself. So I am like this, so I need a person who is like this. Like you try to understand yourself like a little bit better. Although this person disappointed you because you have the Five of Wands, but then you're very, very optimistically believing that you still want things to manifest in a beautiful way, which is the Three of Wands in here. So what is going on in the now though? So this person is going to be celebrating something. You know, they're still stalking you heavily. They have a Princess of Swords. I think it's always like that, the theme of, you know, Gemini. You have a stalker. Because it's there. I mean, you have the stalker who is taking shelters from you with the Seven of Wands because of this masculine energy, the Emperor card. Interesting. So this person is going to be celebrating something. It's either a success in their career or their business, or they're going to be celebrating something with their family, whatever. And they're much more in tune. They're much more wanting to focus on their groundfulness. You're distancing yourself away from the situations, completely don't want to think about it. I mean, a part of you is still optimistically believing in it, you know what I mean? But a part of you also feels that it's necessary for you to be walking away from these connections, or to distance yourself just a little bit, you know, to have a little bit of a space so that you can get your zen. You kind of feel like this person is also selfish though, because of all these masculine cards here. So that's what they're showing on your surface. You know, so used with the masculine energy, but deep down inside, they're feeling moon. So it's very, very feminine card. It's a very, very sensitive, sentimental, emotional card. Lima kartu masa depan. So let's see what the future says, and then we'll go into two people scenario if you're dealing with two people. Lima kartu masa depan. Three of Pentacles, beautiful. Hangman. Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. King of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Jatuh. Yeah, you're going to get a form of communications because you have the Eight of Wands in here. They're trying to communicate with you the Three of Pentacles. But here's the thing. The Three of Pentacles in this particular deck of mine is quite different than a traditional Rider-Waite Tarot because, as you can see, in a traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, you have people collaborating, right? We have people working together for the greater good. This one is one person doing the job. So this person is going to be doing something that they feel like it's the right thing to do. But you, because in the future, I feel like you're also going to be celebrating something, Gemini. So it's a mutual energy. You're going to be celebrating something. They're going to be celebrating something. And because you then going to be celebrate something, and then it's going to make you feel like you want to focus on your independence more. You want to focus on your money, your pentacles, your freedom and stuff like that. When they kind of like come around with the Three of Pentacles doing stuff that they feel like is the right thing to do, you're going to be skeptical about it. You're going to be the Queen of Swords. Like, why? What do you want now? You know, you really wanted this in the past. But when that happens, all of a sudden, in the future, or it might already be happening now, though, because it's like the present card also. But you're going to be like, why? Why now? Why me? Why here? Is it because I just celebrated something? Is it because now you see me living beautifully, you know, happily, non-reactive of your actions, that you're starting to be the Three of Pentacles, wanting to collaborate with me in a way that they think it's right? So if you're a cross watcher and if you're planning to do things for a Gemini, I would kind of like highly suggest you to do things on what they like, you know, what Gemini like. They're still going to be wanting to wait around though, because they have the Hangman, so they want to understand you even better. And I feel like in the future, you're going to be much more assertive in a way you want things, because you have the King of Wands. So no more trampling over, no more enabling, you know, because people, when they got that Moon card, they could be quite irrational. They could be confusing at the same time. And you don't want to be confused. So you're no longer wanting to enable that. I feel like you're going to be able to assert yourself in a good way. Make sure that you won't get, you know, Seven of Cups again, swept off by your emotional feed. Because this thing, if it continues, you know, it could actually become the Ace of Pentacles. And, you know, with time, with patience, with consistency, and with persistency, it could actually lead into something that is very, very beautiful. So that's for the most of you. Now I'm having like a very, very specific scenario that might only apply to some of you. You might be feeling kind of like quite left off by your partner in the now. So in the past, this person was dealing with a lot of turmoil and, you know, they kind of like shut you off just a little bit. And then now they're really, really busy with themselves. You kind of like felt a little bit left off, but you believe that they're going to come around, you know, but you feel like you need to walk away from this connection just a little bit, at least just stop thinking about it. And then in the future, this person will come around with the Three of Pentacles, but they're going to be doing things in their own way that they feel it's the right thing to do. And you're going to be having like a little bit of a trust issues here. Okay? So that is if you are dealing with one person. So if you're only dealing with one person, your reading ends now. So now we're going to move on if you're dealing with two people. So if you're dealing with two people, I don't see person B anywhere. In the past, because your energy was so much focused on person A. So, yeah. But person A, I feel like person A is somebody who you're so focused on, somebody who made you walk through a spiritual journey or psychological journey of wanting to know yourself better. And then you wanted this so badly in the past of wanting to either reconnect or wanting this connections to grow into something that is more, or wanting to this relationship to grow into something more. In the now, person A is focusing so much on themselves, and you feel like person A is being very, very selfish, and you feel like, you know what, I cannot be focusing on this energy any longer because it's stopping me from achieving things. So yeah, so then person B comes along with this person B, you're like the high priestess, you're just like, okay, you know what, just going to wait and see. Like, I don't really know how you want things and stuff, but just go with the flow. In the future, person A is going to come around with the Three of Pentacles, in which you're going to be like, what are you doing now? Why didn't you do it in the past when I wanted you to? You know what I mean? Why now? Why here? Why now? And person B is, I feel like person B has a much more staying power, because this person is like the hangman. Like, they're waiting to understand, they're willing to understand you, they're willing to comprehend you, they're willing to, but I feel like with person B, you're going to be much more of a dominant figure. Something that you weren't with person A. You're going to be much more of a dominant figure. You're going to be much more of the masculine figure, where they're the feminine figure. Like, I want to go here, and they're going to be like, okay. You know, they're very, very open, and they're trying to understand how your world is like. But overall, it's really looking good in the future, Gemini. Okay, so happy birthday once again, and I hope you find like a lot of clarity through this reading, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.